What up, and welcome back to Boring Reviews.
I'm not mimicking you, I'm just doing weird things.
Can't focus here.
Can focus there.
Exactly. Right on. I'm with you. You and I, we're connected. Zoom in and be like...
What if a family's watching? My. Nick and Jodi here.
And today we're reacting to another quite interesting
Key.
or...
QI?
Yes.
Oh.
And we are reacting to which board game ends in fire.
Ooh. Now, you would think that would be an easy question for any board game connoisseur, but there are a million board games out there. There really, really are. And there's like more modern ones that are more this or that. And you gotta think, I'm always impressed with I love board games. I'm always impressed with board games because the older ones, they seem simple because we play them so many times, but just the thought it goes into creating these games, like Settlers of Catan, right? I would never have thought of that game in a million years, let alone have it be a game that people enjoy playing. So I don't know which one ends in fire, besides the one, it's not really a board game, maybe it's called Crossfire, literally ends in the word fire.
So that was my question.
But not with fire happening in the game.
Well, that was my question. Like, are we talking about the name, like Crossfire? Are we talking about Battleship where you're destroying the boats and they're on fire? Are you talking about the game actually? Like, there's a fire card ending? Like,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, Mission Impossible, where like the message gets destroyed and burns. Like, it's only a one-time game that you can play. One time you can play it. But anyways, we're going to find out. Love QI. We've reacted to so many of these. If you like our reaction to this one, go ahead and check out our other ones because we have so many of them. And also, don't forget to
like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be aware of our next uploaded video.
Yeah, Jodi.
I'm so glad that you made me go over that, so now I know what to do to watch any of our videos.
Well, you forget a lot, so I gotta help you out.
So much.
Crossfire!
Now, which popular game traditionally ends with all the players being thrown into a lake of fiery sulfur?
Oh.
Well, I hope it's show jumping.
The floor is lava, but it's not a board game.
I hate show jumping. Oh, God. I'd have one of those after every jump. Before and after every jump.
It's not show jumping, though. It would certainly liven it up.
It sounds biblical.
I don't think it's the humans, though. It's pieces. Wouldn't it be pieces?
Well, I'll tell you that it's a game that went dramatically out of fashion in 1972. Early 72, it was more popular than Monopoly. But by the end of 72, it had almost completely gone out of fashion because of a film.
Mousetrap. Mousetrap.
No, there is no film.
Because of a film. Is it Drafts? Remember that film? Drafts.
The film
The truth about drafts.
No.
Drafts makes you go bored. Don't play drafts.
The film is not a game. There's a game in it. This game is played in it, and it's scary.
Oh, is it a seance?
Yeah, it is a seance using a Ouija board.
Okay.
And what film has there a Ouija board?
The
Exorcist is the right answer. One of the truly great films of the 20th century.
Is a Ouija board really a game? I don't remember ever seeing Ouija board scenes in a film and at the end going, right, who won?
I don't like them.
Not dead! Well, the odd thing about Ouija, it was a board, it still belongs to Parker Brothers.
I see it. I see it all the time.
All the time.
Name. It's a trademark.
Is it we-ya?
Interesting point.
Ouija.
That is some people's theory of the name of it is, yes, two words for yes, we, the French, and ya, the German. But no one's quite sure about where the name came from, except that it's a game that was invented. The board was invented, and it was sold, and people played it. I mean, it's weird to say that, but they enjoyed the fact that it nearly always works, in as much as, you know, people spell out words and they don't quite know how they're doing it. It's clearly not dead people.
Yeah.
And in fact, it was not originally supposed to be dead people. It was supposed to be that you contacted yourselves, a part of yourselves that automatically wrote. It was not about seances.
Dead people just joined in. This is good. This is the one for us.
Even when recently asked, only a third of the people who still use Ouija boards say they do it to contact dead people. And in the First World War, it was used to contact your troops abroad, supposedly.
So, hold on. Are some dead people trying to communicate with the living through Monopoly?
Yeah. There was a court case in the 90s, I'm sorry to say, in Britain, a murder case, quite an important one, And the jury had to be dismissed because in their hotel overnight, they used a Ouija board to try and contact the murdered person. And apparently the murdered person said, the guy in the dock is guilty, convict him. And said, but the judge heard about it and dismissed the jury, quite rightly, you may say. But the awful thing was, if they'd done it in the jury room, the judge couldn't have dismissed them. Because the judge has no right in law to know what goes on in a jury room. The deliberations must be private.
Unless he's dead.
Yeah, that's really complicated.
Was the guy guilty?
Unfortunately, he was retried and found guilty, which sort of is really irritating. So maybe the ghost of the murdered person did.
Where's the competitive element? Suppose you just have a go.
Yeah.
Who are you trying to contact? Right, it's your turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you contact two dead people and then they box. And then they tell you how it went. Ghost boxing. Ghost boxing. Like Sky Sports do. Live ghost boxing from Auntie Vera's parlour. I see people in sheets. Yeah. The headless man, he's already down. It's just going like that. It's kind of punchy.
Do you know there's an Elvis?
Yeah. There we go. Go on. Hit me. Hit me.
So dumb.
There's an Elvis seance website.
Of course there is. I bet there's more than one of those.
Yeah. Where you contact Elvis.
Online?
But it cautions, if you wish to repeat this experiment, please be considerate. Many people may wish to contact Elvis, and we're sure he's quite busy. Please treat this information...
For eternity.
Yes. Please treat this information the same as you would if he were alive and you had his email address, with respect. It's a terrifying thought, isn't it? A sort of posthumous Twitter and things like that. That would be hell, I have to say.
You just thought of that.
Yeah.
You're in it up to your neck.
Oh, God. Horrifying. But the reference in the Bible to the fiery lake or whatever is from Revelations, where it does say those who practice the magic arts will be cast into burning sulphur. So,
How about balloon animals?
the punishment for people who do balloon animals is not specified in Revelation.
You're off.
I think it's loneliness.
I think
punishment for them.
So messed up.
Sitting alone.
So, yeah, in my youth, games which conjured up the spirits of the dead were a popular gift for children. It's a weird thought. If they didn't like it, they could go to hell.
So that's the part that I was kind of confused about. And I think now I get it, but I'm sure the audience, the comment section will tell I'm wrong. But I was like, they never got to the fire and brimstone, like the lava or whatever. But what he's talking about is people that go to hell, they're burning in hell.
Which
if you
makes
believe
sense
that.
if you're using it.
But I was like, when does that happen in the Ouija game?
Well, and then he said too in the movie, those who played it like all went
is that
there.
what it was?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I also don't agree that I was in Alive 1972. I'm sure they know what they're talking about. That it died in popularity that fast. Because I remember maybe it had a resurgence in the 90s.
Yeah,
I remember all these kids in high school were playing and talking about it. I've always seen it at the store.
It's still at the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I have students who like still tell me like we used one on this weekend. And it is, at least in America, it's mainly used for people to conjure up the dead. And I don't want anything to do with it because it's not necessarily that I believe that it works or not. It's just I don't want to welcome anything unwanted in my home. Like, if that makes sense.
like vampires.
And werewolves. Yes.
Actually,
oh my gosh. Those
curiosity
werewolves.
would cause me to want a werewolf to come in just to be able to see like the change. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Until he's like, and you're like, blah, blah.
And then it's like, he starts changing back to human. And you're like, oh man, doesn't have any clothes. I don't want to see that. You can go now, werewolf man. But yeah, I've never wanted to play the game either. I'll be fine for the rest of my life if I never play it. It's just not one of, like you said, like it's just not one of those things. I don't really believe in it, but I do believe in life after death. So I do believe in the possibility that I don't think it's completely impossible. Let's just say that.
I grew up in a home that definitely, whether you believe in homes being haunted or not, this home had something evil in it. I do believe that there are evil spirits, and I believe that you kind of welcome in, not like certain places, whatever, they're haunted. I'm not even going to question that. But I believe that in a sense, not realizing it, we probably welcomed in just because of the lifestyle and things in our home growing up. And I just remember always just feeling it and feeling scared and feeling like something wasn't right and just seeing things that didn't fit well. And my sisters all say the same thing. Like, they all had very similar experiences as I did, and we all just felt it. And it's a feeling that I don't get very often, but there's very few places I've gotten that feeling. And as soon as I leave that place, it's gone. And so I definitely believe that there are evil spirits out there, and not that they're going to take over you and like try to, steal your soul or anything, but I do believe that they're there, and I just don't want them in my home.
Yeah, I don't know if I would, and I respect what you're saying. I don't think I would ever go that far where I believe in haunted things, but I've never also had experiences with it, so who knows? There's a lot of things I don't know about, I haven't had experience with, so.
Well, I was never like attacked or anything. You feel it.
No, I get what you're saying.
But at the same time, I'm going to be honest with you. My school's got things, like, we've all seen it. Students have seen it, like, teachers, like, we were sitting in class a couple of years ago, and my flag which was perfect like this, we all just watched it bend like that and bounce up, and the door will just randomly shut off, and so we kind of joke around, like, oh, it's Mary. But I had a student tell me the other day, she's like, no, I just saw this lady in this dress just walk across your room, and I thought it was you. And I've definitely felt moments, but it's never anything threatening, like, it's never anything I'm scared of, so. You guys are all going to say I'm crazy, and it's cool. I'm just saying, like, things are around. And you can't tell me in these old homes and stuff in England you don't have things.
Absolutely. Let us know what you think about that. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.
Goodbye.